So we're coming off UFC Fight Night, Lewis versus Nascimento, and I did really good for picks. I think I went 8-4. I did a lot better than all the the bigger channels did. I did pretty good for my picks, and let's keep the train rolling. So starting off with the first fight, we have Vanessa Domopoulos versus Emily Deontay Ducote. Is that how you say it? Emily Ducote. I'm gonna take. Fuck, who am I even gonna take at this point? I'm a I'm gonna take Vanessa Demopoulos. She's not great. She's not really that good, to be honest. I don't rate her too highly, but she just seems to get robberies. So if this goes to a decision, she'll somehow get her hand raised. And she does have some like finishing potential. I'll take Vanessa Demopoulos, but I'm not super confident in this pick. But yeah, I'm gonna go that way. I'm gonna lean that way. Then we have Ali Teng Halei versus Cledson Rodriguez. I'm going to take Clayton Rodriguez. I know he didn't win his last fight, but Farid Basharat is a beast. Like, he is a fucking really good fighter. And Clayton Rodriguez, he's looked good in his flyweight fights. I thought he beat Vergara. I think most people thought he beat CJ Vergara. He should have won that fight. And he's got an interesting style, and like he's very fluid with his movement. And Ali Teng Halei is getting a bit older. He's coming off a bit of a snoozer against Chris Gutierrez as well. It was a real boring fight, but not even really boring. What am I talking about? Chris Gutierrez just sort of pieced him up. It was expected, but I do think Clayton Rodriguez will get this one done. He is a flyweight. Flyweight guys, lower weight class guys are normally a bit more skilled. He is fast. He is quick. He's still powerful. And I think he can put on a good performance here. This is a real big step down from Farid Basharat, in my opinion. But I guess we're going to have to see what happens. But I'm going to take Clayton Rodriguez, and probably by decision. I think he can get some knockdowns. I think he can hurt Ali Teng, but Ali Teng is a very tough guy. So I am going to say Clayton Rodriguez gets a decision here. Then we have Piera Rodriguez versus Ariane Caranolosi. I'm going to take... Let's throw my helmet up in the air, okay? If it lands this way, we're going Piera Rodriguez. Okay, that was worthless, but it landed this way. Let's go Piera Rodriguez, because I don't know how to predict these fights, man. Abbas Magomedov versus Wally Alves. Okay, he's a fight I've put some thought into. So you're going to give Abbas Magomedov, a guy known for slowing down, a guy who probably arguably gasses out worse than him, moving up a weight class where he looks very pudgy. I'm taking Abbas Magomedov. I think this is a real good matchup for him. Now, his boxing isn't very good. He doesn't really have good hands, but I think he's a better kicker. Wally Alves probably has the better boxing, like better power in the hands, but Abbas Magomedov, he's got good kicks. He's very good. He's a very good kicker. He looked... In hindsight, he didn't look that bad against Sean Strickland. He did better than Israel Adesanya did. And even against Kai Brahelo, he did better than Paul Craig. If that's any consolation for him, he did better than Paul Craig. Paul Craig's a weird fighter, but yeah, I think... Sorry, my robot was about to come in my room. I'm going to say Abbas Magomedov gets this one done, kicking up the body. And I think he'll eventually be able to chin Wally Alves. Very similar to how Ikram did. I could see him flying kneeing him or something similar along those lines. But I think Abbas Magomedov is a good enough striker to get this one done. Yeah, he lost to Sean Strickland and Kai Brello, but they're two ranked fighters. Sean Strickland's the former champ. Kai Brello's a very underrated contender. He's not losing to schmucks at the very least. Yeah, his cardio is very bad, but it's in high-paced fights. Wally Alves doesn't really fight at that high pace. You don't really see Wally Alves going out there fucking pushing a crazy pace. He's always normally gassing out himself. He's got good body kicks, so maybe Wally Alves can implement that like how he did against Muniel Aziz many years ago, but I think that's a completely different Wally Alves. He doesn't look great of such, and I don't like him at middleweight, to be honest. He looks really pudgy at this weight class. So I'm going to take Abbas Magomedov to get this one done. Then we have Tamarez Vidal versus Melissa Gato. I'm going to go Melissa Gato. I think she can get this one done. I think it's Umar Sai versus Tuco Tokos. Now, Umar Sai is a guy I've heard a lot of good things about. Now, arguably, I haven't seen much of his fights, but he is very well rounded for a light heavyweight slash heavyweight. Uh, he actually debuted in Eagle FC many years ago. He's beat 5-0 guy, 2-0. He's beat some really good guys. He's really good. And this is, in my opinion, such a good matchup for him on short notice. He goes from getting Mackenzie Dern's husband, Antonio Tripacoli or something like that, who is a former welterweight. He was going to fight that guy, but that guy, if Mackenzie Dern wants more kids, it's not going to happen because that guy just pulls out too much. And then he was also going to fight Rodolfo Bellato. But I think this is an amazing matchup for Umar Sy. He can win with the striking, he can win with the grappling. Tuco Tokos, no disrespect to him, but I don't think he's that great, to be honest. Like, he seems like a really nice guy, and I'm not shitting on him, but like, look at the guys he's beat. He beat a 1-7 guy 2 fights ago. Like, why was that fight even put together? It doesn't even seem like it was a short notice fight. Like, he was literally booked against a 1-7 guy. Like, that is ridiculous. Now he's 1-10. Like, are we really? Is that what we're fucking doing here? Like, you serious, man? Like, he didn't even chin him that quickly compared to the other guys. The guy before him knocked him out in 35 seconds. Like, and he got knocked out in 12 seconds, 51 seconds. Like, this guy is just he got knocked out in 9 seconds. Like, even his win over a can isn't that impressive. Like, he's literally, he's not even beating the can more impressively than these other guys. Like, and then obviously he got chinned by Zhang, like, brutally. Like, that's a life-changing KO. Like, he knocked him out and probably landed about fucking 7 or 8 follow-up shots. Like, got chinned by Ty Guerder, which is Casey O'Neill's boyfriend, or was. I'm not sure if they're still together, but still, like, I don't know, man. I think this is going to go really bad. I think Umar Sy can get this done on the feet, or he can get it done on the ground. So I'm going to go Umar Sy to get this one done over Tokos. But hey, if he wins, he proves me wrong, and that's good for him. But he's older, and he's not as good, in my opinion, and he's taken a lot of damage. So I'm going to take the undefeated Umar Sy to get this one done. Then we have Victor Martinez versus Tom Nolan. Now, Tom Nolan, yes, he did lose his debut, and I was really hyped on him, and I still am to an extent. Yeah, he got chinned by Nicholas Motta, but that was more incompetence on his behalf than more, like, he got exposed. I know people love to throw around the fraud check. He got fraud check this, fraud check that. But if you actually watch him fight, he is very good, but he just fought way too aggressively. He fought the only way Nicholas Motta was going to win that fight was Tom Nolan running out to him and getting caught with a big shot. And that's what happened. If Tom Nolan would have fought a more patient fight, I think he wins that fight all day, and I will fucking stand by that. I think he can really go far. He's young. He's only 24 years old. He's big for the weight class. He's not a weight bully. He's actually not that big, like, weight-wise, but I mean, frame-wise, he's good. He's long. I think this is a fucking good matchup for him as well. Victor Martinez doesn't even have that power Nicholas Motta has. He's got a smaller reach. He's shorter. He's older. He got knocked out by Jordan Levitt. Like, he got knocked out by Jordan Levitt. Now, I don't want to sell this stuff and then Tom Nolan loses, but I really do think Tom Nolan's going to knock him out in this fight. I think Tom Nolan's good. People love to just hate on, hype train. He's been fraud checked. He's a 24-year-old. He was only 6-0 coming into the UFC. Like, he's young. Arguably, the other prospects in the Australian scene were a bit more ready than he was because they've got a lot more experience. But he's going to jump at the opportunity, obviously, to get in the UFC. But obviously he's a bit green in my opinion. But I think as he gets these fights going, I think the more and more he fights, the more he's going to tone things back a bit. I don't think he's going to go in with that brawling type of style he had. I think he's going to have like a Justin Gaethje type. Now, no, I'm not saying he's going to be the next Justin Gaethje, but what I mean is I think he's going to have a Justin Gaethje type style change where he's not going in there just brawling with reckless abandonment. I think he's going to go in there, fight a bit smarter this time, and I think he's going to knock out Victor Martinez. Maybe with a knee. I could see him kneeing Victor Martinez. Got caught with a knee by Jordan Levitt, which chinned him. And Tom Nolan's very tall. And I think he can mix up some body strikes and then maybe go up top with a knee and catch Victor Martinez. But yeah, I'm going to take Tom Nolan to get this one done. I'm fucking praying he gets this one done. But I think he will get this one done. Then moving up, we have the first fight of the night, which is Luana Pinheiro versus Angela Hill. You've got to be fucking kidding me. How do I predict this fight? She got chinned by Amanda Ribas. Uh, she got chinned by Amanda Ribas. Let me just repeat that again. She got chinned by Amanda Ribas, and I think she robbed Michelle Waterson, right? It was a close fight. I'm going, I'm going with Angela Hill. This seems like the type of fight where she will win. Yes, she's old for the weight class. Yes, she has 13 losses, but she will probably win this. I mean, she beat Denise Gomez, right? Who is a dangerous, powerful woman. Like, you can't convince me she's not going to go in there and beat the fuck out of her now, right? Like, surely Angela Hill will win this. Like, there's no danger for it from Luana Pinheiro here. So, I'll take Angela Hill by decision. Then we have Adrian Yanez versus Vinicius Salvador. Now, this is an interesting fight, in my opinion. It's not an interesting fight at all, man. Adrian Yanez is gonna win this fight. Obviously, it's a layup. Vinicius Salvador is not very good in my opinion. He's not UFC level. He beat Shannon Ross, but like, you know, welcome to the club. And that was competitive. That was somewhat competitive. And Shannon Ross had a fucking, what did he have wrong with him? I think his something burst in him. He's like, his appendix bursted in that fucking fight. Like, he had an appendicitis in that fight. Like, and Vinicius Salvador took him to the second round. Like, you know, I don't think it was a great look. And then obviously Salvador's just been smoked in all of his fights. Moving up a weight class as well, Adrian Yanez, he's going to have some firepower, and I think he's going to knock out Vinicius Salvador and make it look easy. Then we have Femba Garimbo versus Ramesh Bramahaj. We got Zimbabwe versus Albania right here, and I'm taking Zimbabwe to get this one done. I'm taking Femba Garimbo. I think he can knock him out, to be honest. I really do think he can knock out Ramos. Ramos got knocked down by Court McGee, and Court McGee barely ever rocks anybody. Like, he's got almost all decisions. And Court McGee almost, you know, knocked this fucking guy out. I think Femba Garimbo can really catch him. He's got a big reach advantage. I think he can catch him. He's got all the training now that The Rock's supporting him. He got a performance bonus. You know, he's got so much time to train now. Like, it's sort of like he's got no excuse not to. He's got money now. He's got a house. I think we're gonna see better and Femba Garimbo here, and I think he's gonna get a really good performance here over Ramos Bramihaj. I don't think Femba Garimbo is gonna go on to be champion or anything like that, but I really do think he'll win this fight. Then we have Chaos Williams versus Carlston Harris. I'm gonna take Carlston. No, I'm actually gonna take Chaos Williams here. I know it seems like a weird pick. Chaos Williams throws his hands like a bit of a sped. Let's just say sped. He throws them really fucking weirdly. He's got really weird striking, but he is powerful. And the only thing I'll give him, and I like him actually, but the one thing I will give him, his takedown defense is fucking elite. He has elite takedown defense. I think he can stuff the takedowns from Carlston Harris. I think he can fucking smoke him, to be honest. I think he can beat the fuck out of him. Not even beat the fuck out of him. I think he can catch him and chin him. Honestly, if you're going to beat Carlston Harris, you sort of need to KO him. I think Chaos Williams can knock him out. So I'm going to take Chaos Williams to get a KO in the first round after stuffing some takedowns. I think he's going to catch Carlston Harris with some weird, funky looping shot that's just going to knock him out cold and flatline him probably. Then we have Edson Barboza versus Lerone Murphy. I'm going Edson Barboza, man. I am going to go Edson Barboza. I think this is a good matchup for him. I haven't been too impressed with Lerone Murphy. He looked good against Josh Kalibau, but against Gabriel Santos, he lost that fight. There's no doubt in my mind he lost that fight. He was getting fucking taken down and ragdolled by Makwan Amirkhani. You know, went to a draw with Zabira Tukanov, which isn't a good look, and got dropped in that fight as well. I think Edson Barboza is going to be able to hurt him in this fight. I think he's going to be able to beat him up. Lerone Murphy is tough. That's what I'll give him. He is tough, but he's not like a too dangerous threat on the feet. Like, yeah, he knocked out Makwan Amirkhani, but I mean, fucking, you put anyone in there with second round Makwan Amirkhani, and you can probably get a KO over him. You know, he's very susceptible, and especially that knee. That knee's going to KO most people, and I don't think we're going to see Edson Barboza fucking shooting in for takedowns and getting himself kneed in the head. I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe touch wood it happens, but I think Barboza is going to sort of beat the fuck out of him on the feet here. But we'll see what happens. Maybe Lerone Murphy will prove me wrong, but I'm going to take Edson Barboza. I'm going to go second round TKO. I think he's going to actually be able to like hurt him badly and get him out of there. I even think he can have an advantage on the ground. I think Edson could take him down, but I think he's probably going to beat him up, maybe knock him down and then hold him down there. Like, Lerone Murphy doesn't even pressure that much. He's not really like a big pressure fighter, and if you're going to beat Edson Barboza, you need a bit of pressure. But even then, at featherweight, like recently, he's shown that if you pressure him, he can just knee you in the fucking head. Did it to Benil Dariush. I know that wasn't at featherweight, it was at lightweight, but did that to Dariush. He did it to Billy Quarantillo. So he's finding some more tricky ways. If people pressure, he will catch you with like a knee. And Lerone Murphy is a bit of a shorter guy, I believe. I might actually be wrong in that. He actually might be... He's not that short, but he's about 5'8", I think. 5'9". Yeah, 5'9". So he's not that much shorter, but I think I can see him getting caught with a knee pressuring. But I am going to take Edson Barboza to get this one done. Let me know your predictions in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you like, share this video, subscribe. And I will say it 2 times. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.